Hello, Mr. Aaron, Mr. Ryan, right? Okay, so today we talk about this question. How many matches are played during the World Cup? We know that there are 32 teams, right? 32 teams. How many groups are there?
8.
8. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? 4 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 groups. So in the group, how many matches are played?
6.
Yeah, how do we get a 6? There are 4 teams, right? So for each team to play against 3 other teams, right? So 1 play with 2, but 1 plays with 2 is the same as 2 play with 1, right? And 1 plays with 3, 1 play with 4, 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4, right? There are 6. Look, there are 4 apples. We are picking 2. Without considering the order, the sequence does not matter. What do we call this?
Combination.
Combination. So we use this symbol, yeah? C4. 4 apple picking 2, right? So 8 groups. So times 8, right? This is the matches we need to play during the group stages. So how many teams qualified to the to the next round in each group? Half of them, right? So only the first 2 in the group stage, okay? So half of them qualified. So how many teams are there? 16, right?
Yeah.
16 teams. So now into the next stage, which is knockout, right? How many matches play in the next? So put it this way, if we play 1 match during this knockout, how many teams are eliminated?
1.
So in order to get a champion, how many teams need to be eliminated? Yeah, 15. So we need to plus 15, right? But there's one more match which is happening in the semi-finals, right? In the semi-finals, there are 4 teams, right? And the losers of each team, for example, this one and this one, needs to play against each other to decide who is going to be the third one, right? Third place or 4th place, alright? So we plus 1. So how many are there? So how do we get this number? 4 apple picking 2 apple, right? 6, right? So 6 times 8, 48, plus 15 plus 1. That becomes 64. Okay, let's review this. C42 equals 4 times 3 divided by 2 times 1, right? Combination is without considering the order, but permutation, P42 is equal C42 times 2 factorial, right? So how do we interpret this? First of all, we need to find out the ways to pick 2 apples without sequence, right? And once we have 2 apples, we can permutate, do a 4th permutation, which is the n factorial, right? Yeah? So CNN, Cn0 equals 1, right? Picking nothing, 1 way. Cnn, n apples, picking n apples, how many ways?
1.
1 way, yeah? Okay, Cnn equals Cnn minus n, right? How do you interpret this? There are 4 apples. I want to pick 1 apple. How many ways picking 1 apple? 4 apples, I want to pick 1 apple. How many ways?
4.
How many ways picking 3 apples?
4.
Yeah, look, if I pick 1 apple, and there are 3 apples in pair, right? Picking this, if we pick this, you pick this, and that gives another option of picking 3 apples. Okay, so this is what it is. Cnn equals n factorial divided by n factorial, n minus n factorial, right? And Pnn just n factorial, n minus n factorial. Right? So Pnm equals Cnm times n factorial, right? Yeah? So is it true? So this one times n factorial is this one, okay? 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1. What's this? 1, 4,
Triangle.
6, 4.
Patrick, it's something like...
Pascal triangle.
Oh yeah, Patrick.
So look at this number, any number,
Patrick.
this number equals the sum of these, eh? This number equals the sum of these, right? Yeah? Alright, so Cnm equals Cn minus 1n plus Cn minus 1n minus 1, right?
Yeah.
So look, this number equals the shoulder, the sum of the shoulder. So how do we interpret this? We talk about it, did we? N apples. There are n apples. We want to pick n apples, right? So for this one, how many ways we can pick it? We pick or we skip, right? If we pick, we have n minus 1 apples, but we have to pick n minus 1. If we don't pick, we have n minus 1, but we still have n apples to pick. Am I right? Is it simple to understand this equation? Mm-hmm. There are n apples, right? Yeah? We want to pick n apples. Let's look at this apple first. N apples. I want to pick n apples. But for this one, the first apple, how many ways I can make a choice? I pick it or I skip it, right? If I pick it, how many apples I need to pick? n minus 1. But from n minus 1, right? Here is n minus 1. If we don't pick it, how many apples we still have to pick? M apples, right? Because I don't pick this one. I haven't made a choice, right? So it's M apple. But what's that? N minus 1 apples, okay? This is what it is, okay? So with this equation, we can implement this using this recursion or iterative. So with the recursion, we can just easily write something like that. Define C and M, and then define the boundary. If n equal 0, return 1. If m equal n, return 1, right? Or if n equal 0 or m equal n, return 1, then return c n minus 1 m plus c n minus 1 m minus 1. We can remember the intermediate values by minimization, putting a cache. ARU cache. This recently used cache from function tools. Import ARU cache. Max size equals none. This is the minimization, top-down dynamic programming. The other way to implement it is to use the iterative functions. So we can initialize the two-dimensional arrays, and then we go through this row by row, basically to fill in this Pascal triangle. So from math, we can import com function, which calculates this value. Com for 2 will give us 6. And another similar function which actually returns the combination itself is from itertools import combination. Okay, combinations. So how do we use it? So combinations. The first one is the iterator, right? So we can pass it 1, 2, 3, 4. The second is the number of items to choose. Basically says that give us the solution of picking 2 items from this iterator. So it will return a list of combinations. So it will be 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4. Okay. We can compute this value, right? This value using mathematics, this one, right? This is also okay. And we can calculate this value based on this function, based on this formula instead of this formula. Okay, so this is the combination, okay? So in the next World Cup, instead of 32 teams, there's going to be 48 teams, 16 more. So 48 teams. Then how many groups? 48. If each group has 4 teams, how many groups? 48 teams.
12.
Yeah, 12. So okay, so applying this, right? So we just have to change this to 12. But after group stage, how many teams are left? 24, right?
Yeah.
So we need to play 23 more to eliminate, right? And plus 1, right? So it's 48 plus 23 plus 1, right? So what's this? 72 plus 23 plus 1. What's this number?
75, 95, 96.
96, okay. If my math is correct, if the next World Cup has 48 teams and there are 12 groups, right? And 12 times 6 equals 72. This is the number of matches that play in the group stage. And after that, each knockout match eliminates 1. So it means the 23 to eliminate 23 teams, right? And then we have 1 more to decide who is going to be the 3rd place. Alright?
Yep.
Okay, so what have you learned today? And that's it.
About the World Cup. How many matches there are? C, 2, 4. about how many matches are in the World Cup.
Okay, so what's the answer?
64.
64. Okay, so how do we get a 64?
So we C24 times the number of teams divided by 4, which is 8, and C24 times wait, what?
C2 4 times A, yes. That's the number of matches played in the group stage. And only
then,
2 qualify, right? For each team.
Yeah.
And in the knockout stages, when we play a match, we eliminate one, right? And there's one extra more, which is to decide who is going to be the third player, okay?
So I learned about how like the World Cup actually works, like how the matches how to do that, and how much matches there are. If there's 32 teams, if there's 32 kind of countries playing, then there will be 64. Each one is split into groups, and then the groups, and then we do the combination out of 4, like it says there, and then how much groups there are, and then we have half of it minus 1 plus that, and then plus 1 for to find the third and the fourth.
Yes. Okay, that's it for today. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.